Hello, everybody, and welcome to NAGA's latest conversation with a trader. And today I've got with you David. David is sitting in Hungary. Hello, David. How are you?
Hello, Jameel. I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you. I'm looking forward to speaking to you. So, David, I understand you're from Hungary, right? Is that Budapest?
Yeah, I'm from Hungary. I'm Hungarian, and I live in Budapest. I'm right here. I'm at my workplace right now.
Very good. I won't take too much of your time from work. How is Hungary at the moment? Is it cold? Obviously, it's Christmas season. What are the temperatures like?
It's not that cold, of course. At the Christmas seasons, it's tend to be cold, but it's right now. During the day, it was a bit sunshine.
Wow, very good.
So it was quite nice.
Is it snowing yet?
Today.
Have you seen any snow?
Not yet.
Okay.
Sadly. I'm looking forward to see some snow because in the last years there weren't any snow.
I'm sitting in London. Like in the UK, we might have snow 2 to 3 times every 2 to 3 years. So whenever somebody says snow, we're like, wow, it's very cool because we just don't see it unless we're watching Netflix or something. So David, what do you do for a living? What is it that you're up to?
I work in a research institute, and now I'm also a doctoral student at Corvinus University of Budapest.
So you're going to be a PhD, right? We're going to call you Dr. David
yes.
at some point, hopefully.
Well, maybe. So at some point, maybe.
Very good. I hope we do call you Dr. David. And also, I understand you're involved in scientists and you're doing this kind of work. So it must be a fascinating time with the pandemic. And, everybody's learned a new respect for scientists. So don't be surprised you get a load of messages on your NAGA feed after this saying thank you for everything you do as well. Because I think I think we've learned to appreciate science and so much more. Specifically with the life lessons we've had this year. So if anybody wants to find out a little bit more about David before we continue with this interview, I'm just going to show you David's profile. You should be able to see my screen any second from now. So here we go. This is David's profile. This is his username. You're more than welcome to check out his profile. You can check out his statistics, open trades, and essentially interact with David and find out what he's up to. I can see he's got a lot of positions that have been opened before on gold, S&P 500, also with the US 30, which is obviously a very topical instrument over the past couple of months with all the all-time highs in the stock markets. And I see you're a bit of a Tesla fan as well. See Tesla, see Apple, a few technology stocks. So that's very good. So David, I think my first question for you is actually, how long have you been with NAGA, and how did you find out about the NAGA brand?
Okay, so basically I signed up for NAGA about a year ago in December 2019, but I didn't start trading right away. At first I just got to know the website, the whole platform, and I practiced with a demo account. But in January 2020, in parallel with the demo account, I also started trading with a live account as well, but at first with little capital.
That's good. It's good to see that you took some time with it. Of course, these are these are investments. They're not something to rush into, and your education, your learning is something that will always continue. You're aware as well about all of the educational materials that NAGA provides as well, right? The webinars. Who's your favorite?
Yes.
Who's your favorite webinar host? Don't worry, there's no wrong answer.
Well, actually, there's a Hungarian lecturer, Robert.
Okay.
Maybe you know him. I heard or I listened to some of the webinars he held. So basically, that was it. But I'm planning to listen to other webinars.
Look, the NAGA brand has huge plans for 2021 as well. Lots of educational materials from webinars, live seminars, lots of very cool and funky stuff. And it would be great to it'd be great to have you participate in some of them. So, okay, so that's how long you've been with NAGA for. How did you find out about NAGA? Was it word of mouth? Did you find it through advertising? How did you find out about this specific brand?
Well, actually, maybe a couple weeks or months before I signed up for NAGA, I saw ads of other trading platforms on the internet. So, you know, I was on video streaming services and I don't know, random websites, and these ads just popped up.
Of course.
I saw them, and these ads made me interested in what exactly this is, how this type of trade works, what I need to know about it, how much money do I need to do it, etc. And so I started look at articles, webinars, I don't know, many things to learn about.
There's a lot of materials out there, right? There's a lot. This is
a lot of materials.
It can be very overwhelming, actually, at times at the beginning. But I appreciate that you've taken your time with it, and that's good to hear, because there's a lot of people who do rush into this and they don't understand risk management. They don't understand, you know, that these are complex assets and complex instruments, and and it's an investment. An investment takes time. Investment also takes a degree of risk. So I congratulate you for that kind of maturity as well.
It's important. It was important for me, and I think it's very important. And it should be very important for everyone to see behind these things and learn about the whole processes and this whole trading thing, because as you have said, it can be risky. It can be so you can achieve many things, many good things, but of course, if you don't do your homework about learning the whole thing, it can be frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, I would be honest here. I've been in this industry now for a very long time, and I'm always continuing to learn. And with learning, that means mistakes as well. I'm not actively trading now, but I always see things in the market. I see it from different ways. Market's moving, it's trending higher, it's trending lower. You know, there's this buzz here, there's this buzz there. And there's always something new going on. I mean, you guys can laugh at me a little bit sitting in the UK with Brexit. I don't know if you've seen the pound over the past couple of days, but it's all over the place. Like it's, you know, yo-yo. It's literally like fireworks at the moment with the GBP and the British pound asset classes. I'm just interested, what is it that, you know, drew your attention to brands like Tesla, Apple? We saw a position on gold, S&P 500, the US 30. What was it that intrigued you about these kind of assets?
Well, basically, these were the assets I have known. So I knew about Tesla, I knew about Apple. I'm using Apple products. I'm interested in this whole electronic cars and electronic e-mobility and such things. So I was curious about Tesla. I knew that so Tesla is a very, very, I don't know, developing company.
Did you know that their CEO is now one of the richest people in the world?
Yes, yeah. So of course, I even then and now I'm following what happens around Tesla and around Elon Musk. So so I'm interested in what his other companies are doing in space and in other places.
Did you know that the Tesla share will be added into the S&P 500 index in a couple of weeks?
Yes.
It's
very
it's a fascinating milestone. Like whether you're a fan of the brand or not a fan of the brand, you have to respect how quickly it has emerged as a powerful force. Because I remember Tesla was seen, I'm not saying it's the same, but people used to look past Tesla in the same way they used to look past Bitcoin. But you know what? Today, these assets are authoritative and they're reputable. And you cannot disrespect that. You know, they've made tremendous progress. More and more people around the world know of them, not just because of their the cars, but because of the brand. and also the share
Yes.
price. You know, it's really interesting. I guess what is it? What else are you looking out for this year in terms of assets? Any ideas for 2021?
Well, I don't know yet. I'm still very curious about Tesla and Apple.
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll see.
A lot of people are the same, because this year's been so unforeseen, crazy, unpredictable. The buzzwords around 2020 and cliches, there's no shortage of that. And that's pretty a good strategy, probably. Let's see what happens. Let's get past this year, and then we'll think about 2021.
Yeah, well, I will most likely I will try to differentiate my portfolio. So I will look for Tesla, Apple, maybe Microsoft. I don't know, other Coca-Cola or other assets. But maybe you have seen on my profile that S&P 500 is a very important asset in my portfolio.
So we hope it continues to do well. Okay.
Yeah. I hope so.
So I remember you said you became familiar with this brand like last December. Did you think about trading before, or was it that you got introduced to this kind of industry at the end of last year and you hadn't thought about it before or been introduced before?
I have been thinking about trading even before, but actually I didn't know how to start, where to begin, what to do even. So I had some money, and I was thinking about maybe I should do something with it, but I had no clue how to start.
I think that's that's interesting, because it's quite a common thing I've seen with the NAGA brand so far. People are new to this. They want to learn about financial freedom, and they want to understand how their money can work for them. Because I think that's the difference with our generation, the millennial generation, that we kind of just want to see how we can work with our money, or how we can let our money work for us, because we have low interest rates. It's hard to get on the property ladder. Investments are very complicated, traditional investments. But, NAGA sees a lot of potential in, adopting to the millennial world, the customer user journey, and trying to let your money work for you. So I hope that you have continued success as well, because it is a journey. There will always be learnings. Let's see what happens with how the world goes post-pandemic. I'm sure there's all sorts of opportunities that will become available as well. And I guess my next question for you is, so are you trading yourself, or are you autocopying?
Right now I'm autocopying and only autocopying right now, but in the beginning I tried to do my own trades, and I was quite successful in it, to be honest. But this whole year was a special year, so we can say that. And so there were many ups and downs the whole year. So I have come to a point where I suffered some serious losses, and I thought, okay, let's start autocopying and only autocopying. Let's see what happens. And in the meantime, I try to learn even more about this type of trading, and listen to webinars and read articles, as I have mentioned. And if I'm confident enough to continue with my own trades, then I will return to doing it. But right now, I'm quite happy about this autocopy system and how it goes.
Thank you for that, David. The community would appreciate the honesty as well, because you were honest then that losses happen, learnings happen, and that's going to help other people learn as well about these are complex assets. There's no denying it. So I guess, what made you decide to autocopy? It was a mixture between you know, you made a few losses, there was a few learnings, so you decided to autocopy. And then I think there's also the aspect that you're doing your doctorate, you're a PhD student, you're working full time, and I guess time is limited to you as well. So it's quite nice to be able to autocopy and not have to worry about things to the extent of trading yourself, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are a couple of important things with autocopy, I think.
Sure.
So yes, as you have mentioned, time is essential. So when I have done my own trades, I had to sit down after work, and I just sat before in front of the platform, and I followed the charts, tried to figure out when to buy, when to sell. So it took a lot of time, but then, you know, with autocopy, the promise that I can copy successful traders who are more experienced than me, and that copying involves maybe less risk than if I trade, you know, without experience. So autocopying is more secure, maybe, than trading without experience. So
Okay.
these were if you know what I mean. So these were important things. Maybe these were the most important things. The I don't know. I was confident about it. I felt that it is secure. And the second important thing is time, as I mentioned, and yeah, it's the whole autocopy system. It works very good.
It's freedom. It's freedom. I think that's the most
freedom. Yes.
It's the freedom to be able to continue with your duties and your commitments, your engagements,
Yes.
but also be able to have something somewhere that's been invested. I guess so.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you did autocopy. How was it that you chose who to autocopy? Was it based on assets that you were interested in, or was it based on the experience? I guess, how did you choose? How did you decide to choose who to autocopy? I think that's my question.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, I use the top traders section on the website. So I go to top traders, and I look at the top 3 or top 5 person or traders, and I look at their statistics basically. So I look at the top traders leaderboard, who is in the first place or first 5 places in terms of profit after copiers. I think it's important for me, at least, that I'm looking at the profit after copiers at all time period.
Sure.
And then I basically look at their statistics, look at the charts, the what are they trading with, what are the most important assets for them, what drawdowns they suffered. I look at the average ROI. I don't know. So basically, I look at all their statistics, all their data on their profile page, and then on the autocopy page, and then I decide to whether copying them or not. And so basically, that's it.
And how does it? I guess, how does it feel to, you know, be able to have the opportunity to make money through autocopying? Like, how does it feel? What's the process for you?
You mean the process of? Sorry.
You know, like in your mindset, it must feel good, right? To be able to make money, or potentially make money through autocopying somebody else. You know, that's a lot of stress that's taken away from you compared to actively trading. I think that's my question. How does it feel?
Okay. Yeah. Well, it feels really good, of course, because you know, if you are successful, it's really easy, really convenient, and basically, I think it reinforces the whole community trading nature of NAGA.
The NAGA community, right?
Yeah, NAGA community, because you know I will become interested in others' success in trading. So I will become interested in that. I would like other people to become successful in trading, because that means I will be successful. So I think it's
I
a very
love the
good
diversity.
thing.
What I like about the Autocopy is the diversity, because you have diversity with different products, whether it's stocks, commodities, FX, you know, indices. There's diversity with a product portfolio for once. And then, because every trader has different experience levels, they have different interests, they have different assets to watch. And I think that then add an Autocopy into what is already a broad product portfolio, that's what I find interesting, because it gives you a lot of options, a lot of opportunity, a lot of things to think about. And I think it's very transparent that way.
Yeah, of course, because, you know, I'm still at the beginning of my journey in trading. I think I consider myself as a beginner in trading. So relying on other people who have more experience in trading, it's good, and of course it's easy. It feels more secure to me, because they know more about these assets than me. So yeah, I rely on them. I trust in them. I trust in this whole system. So yeah,
Thank you.
It's good for me.
Have you seen the news about NAGA's latest product, NAGA Pay?
Yeah, I've seen it, and I'm very interested and very curious about it.
How
it goes.
That product can be the future. It has so much potential. I agree with you. I only saw the news actually from the community managers on the feed. I think it was 2 days ago. But I'm very interested in how that develops, because I think that is the future. The way digital banking, it's investing, it's an ecosystem, and it's all in one. So that's what I'm kind of looking out for 2021. David, look, I thank you for your time. I know that you've got to get back to your commitments. And I guess, is there anything else that you would like to add before we conclude this interview? Anything else that you would like to say to the community?
Maybe one more thing I'd like to stress out here about Autocopy and this whole thing, because in my experience, as I have done and as I worked on the platform and done all the trading, my experience is that however Autocopy is, as we have talked about, it's safe and I'm confident and about it, and I trust it. It's very important that it's very important for everyone to have a strategy, and you know, to look at the whole thing, the whole process. So not just lean back and leave it at it. So having a strategy, I think, is very important, and to manage the Autocopy. So manage whom you copy and whom you don't copy. So yeah, have a strategy. That's the message, because basically it's money management. I think, in my opinion, it's money management. So so paying attention to everything that happens, paying attention to what those traders whom you Autocopy are doing, and you know, just follow what is happening.
Thank you for that advice, David. I can tell you, like yourself, many who will watch this video are very new to this whole concept, both on trading and also money management and also investing. They might even be completely new to the Naga brand too. And I think on behalf of the community, I really appreciate your honesty, your time for doing this interview, all the advice that you've given. I'm sure it's going to be appreciated. I look forward to speaking to you again soon. I would like to thank you for your time. Hopefully, we will have a post-pandemic world soon, and we'll be able to meet again in a couple of months. And maybe we'll be able to do another interview in person. But again, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful weekend on behalf of NAGA, and hopefully we'll keep in touch.
Okay, I would be happy about to keep in touch and maybe do a personal interview. So have a nice weekend, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you as well. Take care.